Boop. Okay, we are. Wait. Hang on. Why are there like two chats going on right now? What is happening? Hang on. I want to click on. Are there two? Wait, are there two chats in here? Hang on. What the freak? how did this little debacle happen? Hang on. Let me get this sorted out right now. Why Hey, no, other chat, please work with me here, dog. How do I? Why are you? I'll put that one here, and then I'll put that one away. Anyways, anyways, how is everyone's freaking day going? Also, let's get some music started in the background. Just gotta go with the usual. Please be happy, OST. That's our shtick. That's what we do here. I feel like that's like slightly too quiet. There we go. Perfection. All right, let me pull up the YouTube chat, make sure everything's working over there. Everything is looking good. Oh my gosh, things are running. Yeah. Excellent. Everything's working. Happy freaking, hang on. My setup is slightly different now, and I'll discuss that in a second. I think everything's looking good. Yeah. How we sound and fly. Oh, hello, miss? Miss what? What do we miss? What's going on there? Hang on. I'm just gonna pull something up. Yo, what is up, social? How is it going? Hello. How are you? Happy Fall in Love Festival. How are you doing? For me, it has been... I am so tired. There's just been like so much going on, getting ready for this, and like just a lot of like personal stuff. Like the amount of things I didn't realize I had planned this and next week until I got reminded of them. Like they're like the type of plans of like that got like set up like 6-7 months ago. Those kinds of plans. So it's like as I'm like getting everything ready and trying to like schedule out this week, like I feel so bad. I was supposed to reach out to people to like sooner, like, hey, this is what I'm like going live with these things. I kind of failed to do that because every single time I was like, I have the schedule on lock. I got reminded of another thing that maybe have to move things around. And I was like, you know, it was not been a good time. It's not been a good time. Also, I took a huge ego hit a few days ago. My mom was reminding me that we have some family pictures coming up. And so she very lovingly texts me, "You're getting a haircut, right?" And I was like, "What? What's wrong with look at my hair? My hair is beautiful. I think it's good. I like my hair." Hey, I saw that it started today. I wish why not both could be featured. I think it can't because it's 18 plus. Oh. I suppose that would make sense. I suppose that would be understandable. Also, ew. Hang on, I'm getting Steam notifications. Let me see if I can turn those off because I don't really want those popping up while we're playing. Friends. Invisible. Friends. How do I make it so I don't see them? This is an issue. I figured this out on the other computer because thankfully, finally, one of the reasons it's also been so freaking busy is because my old computer is like, I guess like my quote unquote new computer is finally back from the shop. It is here. It is done. It's ready to be used. So we are on that right now. And I've been spending all day while we're also doing my long day of working, moving everything over to this computer so we can get ready to stream. So it's been so freaking busy. That's why I just popped up. But yeah, no, I also wish it could have been featured. But like you said, that does make a lot of sense of like the whole 18 plus thing. But yeah. Hang on, I need water. I need water bad. But I'm glad you could be here. I'm glad you could be here with us today. Because... Oh, it was just a new song starter. A new song starter for something that completely caught me off guard. Because we have a lot to do. Not specifically today. Like, today's just going to be like a normal kind of like, oh, we're going to like talk about some stuff with the game. We're going to like go over it. We're going to play it. Like, all that kind of stuff. But like, for the terms of the week, we have 3 more streams after today, which is like, outside of like literally when I first started VTubing is like, the most I've streamed in a single week in so freaking long. I'm like a 2 to 3 at most kind of person. And so this week I'm streaming 5 times, 4 of them for the festival. Then next week I'm streaming 2 times, and I'm very much so trying to cram those ones in before Wednesday. Well, like, I'm trying to get like one of them in there, so I'm moving a lot of plans around because, like I said, a lot of plans that I didn't even remember I had kind of came up, and so I'm like, I gotta fit these in. I gotta fit these in somehow. But along with that, along with the festival going until next week, the day after the festival is my anniversary for streaming and VTubing and everything like that. So obviously we're gonna like do a big ol', I say big ol', but we're just gonna do a stream where we just kind of hang out, chat, and play a game to celebrate that. And then it's also like it's October, so we got to get started in horror games. But I think we're gonna save like the horror games until like the week after, like actually like starting more horror games than what we're going to be playing on the anniversary, just because like that's just a lot, and I want to play a lot of stuff during October. So I'm just like, I'll take the beginning of October and be a little chill with that, and then we'll get right back into the swing of things. So it's going to be a very busy time, but I'm also very excited because like it's like so many wonderful studios reached out to talk to me about like playing their games, and like every single time, basically like the way I was like looking at it was like, if they asked me, I wanted to like, you know, like look into them, look into like their Steam pages, their social medias and everything like that, just to see if I thought their game was also like a good fit for me, and like to see if I was just actually interested in it. And every single time someone would, I would start like looking over all their stuff and be like, whoa, this just looks so good, this looks amazing. And so like everything that we have lined up, I'm so excited to get into, just because everything looks so good. But yeah, and again, all the studios are also just like so lovely to like work with, of like talking and like getting things set up for these, and like supplying me with like stuff to like talk about, like yada yada, like all that good kind of behind the scenes stuff. So, like absolutely, like all of these games are like things that I'm like genuinely interested in and cannot wait to like figure out more about. And I do think, because we did start like about half an hour late, again, because of just how busy it was, and the fact that like yesterday while we were playing Helena, the computer was really struggling and it was lagging, and I didn't want that to be happening to Helena, but like it kind of happened when we were already like into the stream, and I didn't want to just like stop it there just because at that point it's like I don't really know when the computer's getting here, that kind of thing. So it's like it's something we kind of just have to tough out. But since the computer arrived, it is an option. Like I can, as long as I just work to move everything over and get everything set up on this, like on this, then everything is going to be completely fine. So I wanted to do that because I didn't want to have like because I just feel like it's unfair to the games that we play, to like hit them with like lag and like low frame rates and like all the kind of choppiness, because I feel like it's just like not a fair representation of the game itself. Like even like if I'm like, oh guys, don't worry, it's like it's all my end, like that kind of stuff, I feel like some people still might see it as like maybe it's like even like the best way to describe this is like, even if people know that it's my computer's fault, it still doesn't show them what the game is really like. And I don't want to like represent any of the games unfairly, so that's why I had to hustle so hard to get this all set up. Because it turns out after your computer's been factory reset, you have to do a lot of work to get it ready to go for things like this in a day, and get all the files and everything moved over and around. And then I also needed to completely change like my physical setup, which honestly, the setup I have right now is way better than it was before, so I'm actually really happy with that. But anyways, oh wait, hang on, I need to plug in my phone. The main thing that was holding me back for a little while was VTube Studio was kind of being a little bit of a butt and not wanting to connect. So that was very fun. And also just trying to find all the files for like the layouts and like everything like that. So it was a very hectic day, but now that it's over, now that it's done, things are just also Miho's back. Look at that. Miho's here. While I was going through and doing all of the things of like getting the game ready to go, I found the Miho folder again, and for some reason it's just working this time. Hopefully it stays that way. I would be very, very sad if it didn't. But yeah, so I'm very, very happy that Miho's here. I've been wanting her to be, you know, with us to hang out for quite some time. And, you know, the fall on the festival is a perfect time for that to happen, you know? Also, Gosh, I hate the way that like the social media things handle links and stuff. Like I just looked at like the tweet I sent out for it, and it just looks so ugly. Also, I realized I forgot to tag Studio Laud in the tweets. It's fine. I always feel like it's better to do that just like more people actually see it, which then draws more attention not only to the streams, but then to the games by extension. I should have done that. I forgot. It was very hectic, as I said. Nice, I love that game. The music is great too. No, that's why it's like always... That's why it's my go-to for like, oh, what we're going to be listening to in the background music. Because it's just... It just does like such a good job of just like calming me down. Because I was also like a little bit stressed for today. Just because, I don't know, I'm like, I've been sent these games to play by people and asked to like represent and show them off a little bit. So I'm like, I was a little stressed for that. And with how like hectic everything was, I was like, Please Be Happy is like the perfect kind of tunes to just kind of like help mellow me out as we're getting into everything. So yeah, no, love the game, love the music. Everything about it is a banger. Also, happy freaking birthday, Aspid. As I saw that, I saw that the tweet was put out by Studio Lawn as I was getting everything ready to happen. I was like, oh, it's her birthday. Oh, best girl's birthday. Let's go. What a wonderful day. I don't know if they planned that out specifically, but if they did, banger move on their part. But I think with that being said, I think we're good to move on over because we do have a few things to like look at before we actually get into the game. Just a few pieces like promotional art, like that kind of stuff. Let me go ahead and boop boop. Also, the setup is like this version of OBS is like feels different than the version of OBS I have over on my other computer. I don't know if there actually is like a difference in the versions, but it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Granted, that would make sense because I have skipped the past like 9 times it asked me to update it on my other computer, so that would actually check out a lot. Let me go over to... Bloop. There we go. You know what's hilarious? Aspen's B-Day in Why Not Both is the 66th of spring. Wait. I think... Hey, oh, hang on. Things are buffering. I think oh, wait. Hey, God. Things are going so good here. That was just the YouTube side. That was just kind of my internet being bad. Normally, when we're streaming on the other computer, we only are getting like 2,000 kbps. Right now, we're getting 6,200. That's how much stronger this computer is. Wait, I think I might be missing what you mean by that. Because like, does that like line up with today? No, right? What specifically is the 66th of spring? I do believe I'm just missing the joke. That's fine, I usually do. Also, hopefully the music isn't too loud. I'm just kind of like checking out the levels and it looks like it might be a smidgen too loud, but I'll lower it just slightly. Just slightly. Also, look at this beautiful art. Isn't this so pretty? Isn't this beautiful? But yeah, I think with that being said, I'm just kind of like looking back over things, making sure everything is good, and I think we're all good to go to get into this. But again, so this is just going to be like some... Oh, it's catching the mouse. You know, that's fine. That's fine. I like gesturing to things. We're going to go ahead and get on into the presentation. Again, these are going to be like a lot of very simple slideshows that I just put together of like the promotional stuff to go over and talk about, yada yada, like that kind of thing. But yeah, so we have obviously the banner for the Fall in Love Festival, a gorgeous piece of art. Boop. I kind of forgot how I had this set up. I kind of clicked. I was like, oh no, are the pictures bad? Look at the... First of all, I just love this logo just because of like how kind of just creepy it is. I also love like the circular motion of everything, how it kind of like feeds into itself. Like that's just very, very nice. Boop. But yeah, again, a lot of those like promotional stuff is just going to be like... Oh, hello. Okay, there we go. There we go. I think I put some errors in this presentation, but it's fine. Also, for real today, oh my gosh, I've been running on fumes for weeks because every single day has been so busy, so I relate to this so freaking hard right now. Probably not to the extent because of stuff we're going to talk about in a bit, but that's fine. Bwop, bwop. Also, look how pretty. Look how pretty. No, the 66th of spring translates into May 5th. I think I'm still missing the joke. I'm so sorry. Listen, Social, you talk to me enough. You know I'm a little slow. You kind of gotta explain things to me like I'm a baby. I'm sorry. Oh, but look how beautiful the freaking lighting here. Who said there was a joke? Oh, well, hang on. In my defense, you said you know it's hilarious. That to me implies a joke. That to me implies a bit. So it's just a miscommunication. I'm just saying. Oh, okay. Hang on. That's important. That's important to note down for later, though. That's going to be Aspen's birthday coming up. Hang on. Like, what are the other girls' birthdays? Do the other girls' birthdays ever get brought up? I don't think any of the birthdays actually get brought up in it. Oh, that's sad. That should be what the epilogue is I'm celebrating somebody's birthday. I like the art. Oh, that's fair. No, you're totally fine. Just a simple miscommunication. Oh, but yeah, no. Look how freaking pretty with how good the light is, how pretty his eyes are. Oh my gosh, look at the sweat he's working up. Oh my gosh. None of their B-days occurred during the time of the novel. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I was like, if it did, it would have probably just been brought up at some point. But since it didn't, it's like, it didn't. Boop, boop. Also, just find me a girl who looks like this. There's another game we'll be playing called Death and Phaeology. We're going to be playing that on Saturday. And between her, the character in that game, and Tai Takemi from Persona 5, I'm like, I just think I like a girl with a bob cut. I think that just might be my style. And I think that's the end of the presentation. Yeah, again, just a very simple little look over at some of the art that they had for promotion. And now, so with that being said, let's move on over to the game. And while I do that, I do think it's very important to note, sorry for directing the conversation elsewhere, this art looks good. I like the hairstyle too. No, Social, you never have to apologize for distracting the conversation or directing the conversation anywhere else. That's just how these streams are. Besides, I also oh, I bumped the mic. I also like getting to talk about all this stuff with you and, all that kind of stuff, because that's why I like streaming, is because the difference between streaming and recording for me is just getting to talk to the chat. I still record games, and that's my more of my me time, Also, I can't get out of the presentation. Okay, thank you. There we go. Whereas I stream to talk to people. And besides, you could also use the argument that you made a romance visual novel, and this is a Fall in Love visual novel festival. So, talking about why not both is always applicable. Alright. Oh. Wait, why is this one called Soba? There we go. Wait, hang on. Here we go. I sure as hell did. Exactly. Be proud. Be proud when you talk about it. Never apologize for wanting to talk about it, because I'm always here to. Oh, wait, hang on. Boop, boop. Also, I'm just so sorry. I'm so easily distracted as well, so it's totally fine. Boop, 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 boop. I'm just now scrolling through the Studio Lawn page. Anyways, I shouldn't be doing that. But yes, as I put into the chats, sadly, I want to make sure to pin the Steam link so that everyone can make sure to check out these games. I wish you could pin 2 comments at the same time. You just can't. I don't know why that is. But I do think it's very fair to point out, and I want to make sure everyone is aware that there is a trigger warning for this game. This game discusses addiction, overdose, and has some offensive language. So if any of that sounds like too much, or any hits a little too close to home, and you can't watch this or play this, that is totally understandable, because you gotta do what you gotta do to take care of yourself. So keep that in mind as we proceed. But yeah, with that being said, let's get on into it. English or Spanish? Boop. Oh. Ooh. Oh, just fill me with more of this guitar. Oh my gosh. Oh, she's so cute. my gosh, and he's so buff. he was the sweaty man. Hello, who is this? You know, as I'm seeing all these characters, I'm kind of like just flashing back to looking over the Steam page and be like, I have seen all these characters before, but oh, hello, Princess. Oh, I'm so excited. I was informed that this game can get pretty intense, so I'm so ready for it. Ooh, also the animation on the logo. Let's go. All right. That was fun. That was hype. I like that. That made me feel like we're starting like a 90s like summer blockbuster, like something like that. That's like kind of like the feelings I was getting, like or like an early 2000s movie. That was so fun. But yeah, no, unironically, like I was sent this stuff like about a little over a week ago, and that feels like a lifetime ago because of how freaking long this past week has been. It's been so much. Do you know if this was made in Ren'Py? I actually don't know that. I can reach out and ask after the stream if you would be so curious, because I also think I'd be curious about that. Because as someone who, I have like vague, fancy ideas of also making a visual novel someday. It's one of those things of like one of my thousands of goals that I have that kind of gets only a tiny slice of my attention. Ergo, I'll never finish any of my goals. That's kind of like in the back of my mind. So I'm like, I would also like to learn more about Ren'Py and know if this was like made in that. But yeah, also I wanna look about at the things. Settings. What kind of settings we got in here? Window, full screen. Okay, like the normal kind of stuff. Skip after choices. Okay. About. Princess of Worlds End version 1.1 created by Waycall Studios. Under the line, including... Oh, made with Ren'Py. Right here. There you go. So yes, it was. Gosh, I'm so glad I just knew how to answer your question for you. That's amazing. I've been thinking about my next project too, lol. Are there any deets you want to share, or is it like very hush-hush, tucked away kind of secrets? Either way is fine, but, you know, figured I'd ask. Oh, I can tell from the menu that this was made in Ren'Py. Ooh. What about... Hang on, can I click on... What happens if I click on this? No, I don't want to quit. I thought that might, like, take us back. What about the menu tells that it was made in Ren'Py? From your, like, From your expertise, how could you tell that? I'm also trying to think if if we've played a visual novel that wasn't made in Ren'Py on the channel. I think they've all been... No. Was Twofold made in Ren'Py? I don't remember. I remember the organization of the settings menu and the about page. Oh, okay. Okay. That's cool. It's cool that you can, like, pick that out specifically. But yeah, I think there was one game that we made that wasn't made in Ren'Py, because I remember it being a conversation at some point, but I don't remember. Anyways, also, I just realized I don't have my key light on. Yes, please be happy was made in Unity. Okay, I think that might have been the conversation. I think we were talking about what Twofold was made in, and that's like how the conversation got to like please be happy being made in Unity. Right. You are correct. All right, but yeah, with that being said, let's get on into it. Dude, we played the demo. We got an achievement. I'm so good at this. I love, like, the slight animation on everything. Like, not on everything, but, like, just in general on it. Also, look how cute our cursor is. Hello? This demo is an early access version of the game. Content in this portion could change when it is fully released. Content warning. Oh, this is the stuff that I said. This demo contains offensive language and discussion of heavy topics such as addiction and overdose. Ooh. The rain pours down into the ocean, filling it with itself and becoming part of something so much greater. My mind just completely turned off right there. Raising it to greater heights. It offers a salty taste to the gods in the night sky. Where do we go when we die? The ocean cries out to the sky above. Only time will tell. The sky responds, looking down upon its tiny child throwing a temper tantrum. This is no ordinary day in the Atlantic. Something sinister is abound. The waves rarely behave this way. Sirens blare from the crashing waves and foreboding atmosphere. 'Tis but a sign of things to come. There is no happiness here. All humans must drown. No life, no love. Does it make a difference to the ocean? More food for the fish. It loves those who inhabit it. Not appreciating foreign invaders, it remains steadfast in pushing those without the ability to reside away. Yeah, that animation is done in Live 2D, which I have no fucking clue how to use. Or Live 2D. I think I even read it Live 2D when I was reading your original message. That would make sense, because, like, you just kind of, like, I have, like, very bad, vague understandings of it. Not enough to talk about it. But as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, yeah, yeah, that does make sense. It does kind of look a lot like that. Like, I could apply some, like, wind physics to myself right now that would kind of, like, replicate the kind of swaying motion that was going on there. In the woods, the rain was more peaceful. The pitter-patter of the raindrops rest on the leaves and fall toward the ground. Burrowing into the dirt, the rain sleeps until it is called forth to the sky once again. Little did the rain know what it was in the presence of. In this particular forest lies someone very special. You. Well, thank you. Oh my gosh. But to be more specific, what you are about to become. Never mind that. Oh, well, hey, sorry guys, I guess. I guess we're not special. I guess we're not about to become anything. I guess we're just moving on. These details are meaningless. For this is a tale of a princess in a doomed world. No happy ending awaits her. Oh, well, no happy ending awaits anyone on this rock in the solar system. Oh. Ha. This sounds like it's going to be a very happy time. The princess slept soundly in the forest. The princess knows not what surrounds her. You are the princess. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. A sleeping beauty waiting to regain cognition? Stop it. Also, cognition, is that a Persona reference? Wake up, dear princess. Enter her name. Oh, what should we name ourselves? What should we name ourselves? Hang on, hang on. What's something stupid? Okay, well, that's... Hang on, how do I... Oh, well, it doesn't fit. Stupid? No. Oh, you'd rather go with stupid. Okay, how about we go... Stupid, question mark. Yep, there we go. That's perfect. No. What do you mean, no? I'm simply doing as I thought I was instructed. How dare. To be fair, that's one of my favorite things to do in these games, is either I name it the character after, like, myself, or I have, like, a few other names I pick, or I just try to do something stupid. I thought it was funny. You know, and if I think it's funny, isn't that what matters the most? I'm not here to entertain anyone else. I'm here to entertain myself. Oh. As you attempt to move, you find that you cannot do so. Numbness has taken over. Your body feels as if it is a statue. The only feeling coming from the tips of your fingers. Everything lacks such a feeling. You begin to panic. The feeling returns, so cold, so wet.
Where am I? How did I even get into a situation like this?
Oh, hello. I really like her voice. Hello. Lol, that's fair, XD. Thank you. Thank you for being so understanding of how my stupid brain works. Also, was that, like, too quiet? It came out, like, pretty quiet for me, so I think I might turn up the game's... Or not, just, like, the volume in general. Unless it's too loud. Unless it's, like, good for you guys already. In which case, I'll figure it out. Yeah, it's quite a tad. Quiet a tad. Okay, so let's go ahead and just bring that up to a solid, like... There we go. That sounds better. Yeah, there we go.
Wait, I remember now. It was those guys at the damn rock show last night.
Oh?
They must have laced this shit. I've never taken Numex and had side effects this severe.
You move your eyes around looking for your purse, but it is nowhere to be found. This means your cell phone, wallet, and other belongings are gone. The only thing they left behind was an empty bottle of pills. You don't recognize the brand.
As if things couldn't get any fucking worse for me right now. They must have stole my purse when I was unconscious. Guess I'll deal with that situation later. First, I need to stand up and get out of the rain.
You are able to slowly stand up and move under the cover of the trees. Everything is in so much pain. Your head is pounding. Yeah, the voice volume specifically is a tad low. Oh, the voice volume is at full. I'm actually going to turn down the sound volume and the music volume a little bit, and I think I'm going to turn up the voices a little bit more. I mean, not the voices, just the game in general a little bit more. Boop. Boop. I'm going to go ahead and turn it up to about... I'm going to turn it up to about here, and then I'm going to turn down the music and the sound just a little bit more. There we go. Let's see how that goes. Everything is in so much pain. Your head is pounding. It feels like it is about to explode. Ooh, wait, choices. Hey God. Bloop. Get moving and find your way home. Yeah, absolutely. You decide to do your best to get home as soon as possible to avoid any further harm. Sitting down in the cold rain could put your life in danger. Numbness. Current state. Manageable. Oh. Okay. I didn't know that was going to be a mechanic that we have. Ooh. You navigate the forest while avoiding the rain. It was hard to tell what direction you were headed. Eventually, you stumble upon a side path that looks like it takes you back to the main road.
This looks like the right way. I just have to keep taking it one step at a time.
Okay, that sounds a lot better. That sounds a lot better. Okay, there we go. You are starting to regain more control of your body as you keep walking. With renewed confidence, you focus all of your energy on progressing down the path. The rain finally stops as you approach your destination. Oh. Ooh, hello there. Oh, I like this song a lot. To be fair, I'm also just a sucker for like very serene pianos. As soon as you throw that in, I'm like, oh my gosh, please keep going. After walking for a couple of hours, you begin to see the outskirts of town in the distance. It is very relieving to finally see civilization again.
Only a little further until I can make it home. I can do this.
Yeah, you can, girl. You got this. You give yourself some motivation to continue along. However, the truth is, you are at your limit. In the back of your mind, you know that you still have a long way to go before you find your final destination. Get to your final destination. As you walk through the countryside, you notice a house that still has its lights on. It looks as if it is a small, older home, one that has seen a lot of history.
I hate to be this person, but I really need help right now.
People who live on this side of town are usually really nice. It is part of the culture out here to help people out when they are in need. Even though Virginia is pretty far north, a lot of people here still hold on to these traditional southern values, especially those that live in rural areas.
See if they're willing to help me out.
A little time passes. Then you hear a resident begin to move. Someone approaches the door from the inside.
Sorry to bother you so late. I was walking back to the city and got caught up in the rain.
To the city? Well, that's a long walk late at night. You're welcome to take a rest inside my house. I will try and help you out the best I can.
Aw, thank you. I can't wait to introduce myself. The woman's house looks just as well lived in as the exterior. This is such a cute house. Oh my gosh. I freaking love the tiles on the wall. Everything seems like it is well loved and well used. She looks you up and down with a concerned look on her face.
My goodness, what is a pretty thing like you doing walking in the rain on a Sunday night?
It's a long story I would rather not talk about right now if I'm being honest.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be pushy. I was just curious, is all. My name is Samantha. I will go get you some towels and blankets. If you need anything else, please let me know.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. You can call me Princess. Let's just
Oh.
say it's a nickname that was earned, not given.
That's not my name. How dare you? Oh no, is this gonna be like either that's like an alias she's going by, or there's gonna be like some meta thing of this is our name, but Princess is still her own person, because like there was like that bit at the beginning of like, the person that you are about to become. Actually, never mind that. These details I'm telling you right now are meaningless. I think it could be like some kind of like meta thing like that.
I'm not really a big fan of my birth name anyway, so it was bound to stick.
Oh, well, or that. Maybe she was just offended at being called stupid, so she was like, "Oh, I'll go by Princess instead."
Well, that sounds interesting, Miss Princess. Tell me more when I come back, okay?
Samantha is heading toward another room in the house. She moves slow, not because of her physical health, merely just to show she trusts you. It seems like she will be gone for a while, judging by far away she walked. Ooh, and how slowly she moved. She was walking slowly to show that she trusted you. Rifle through her medicine cabinet. No. Stand here and try to stay
I
calm.
can't lie to myself. I'm fiending, but I also have to control it.
I like to imagine she's saying that out loud, and Samantha's just in the other room like, what the freak does fiending mean? I can't keep up with this lingo. Your addiction rips into you for neglecting it. You do not give in this time, but this is one battle in a long war. Eventually you will be outnumbered. Only through incredible odds and dedication could they be overcome. Unrealistic goals lead to unrealistic outcomes. You must fight through unrealism. Samantha hands you some towels and a blanket. This will help with the cold, but another problem still persists.
You wouldn't happen to have any painkillers, would you?
I'm sorry, honey. I stopped using that stuff a long time ago. There's something I have that will help you out much more than a pill.
Pulls out a Bible. Oh?
Samantha? Where are you?
I'm just here in the back, summoning Satan, don't worry. After waiting a while, you start to get worried she may have dozed off or something. After you call her name, you hear her begin to approach. You hear her footsteps approaching. Seems like she heard you and is coming back.
Looks like you're awake now. Here, these will help you dry off.
What? Samantha hands you an immense amount of blankets and towels. She must have collected many over the years. She seems to have a hard time letting things go.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I was busy fetching some medicine to help you out.
Don't worry about it. I'm just glad you're still awake.
It looks like the pills have taken a toll on you, honey.
Wait, how did you know I was on pills?
Let's just call it intuition from someone with a similar experience in their past. You came to the right person. I can help someone like you. But first, I want you to hear my story.
Yes, of course.
Samantha begins a story talking about her upbringing. She was born and raised in South Carolina in a small beach town. Things were simple and she was happy. After graduating high school, she married her high school sweetheart. Life was going smoothly so far, and nothing could get in her way. Things were not always simple, though. Complications began to arise. Around 10 years ago, Samantha's husband was injured at his job working construction. He went to a pain clinic, and they prescribed him medicine for it. Little did he know the immense consequences this little prescription would have. His tolerance grew higher and higher, and so did the quantity of his prescription. Yeah. 5 years after his first pill, Samantha's husband would die, would overdose and die. Samantha had picked up on the habit as well, but swore to stop once her husband passed away. Doctors turned their back on Samantha once she stopped taking the pills. She was no longer a profitable customer. Even though Samantha had stopped taking the pills, her addiction persisted. Deep down, she knew she would relapse eventually. The pain in her heart couldn't be filled with anything but pills. Not that she had any other option. Instead of relapsing, Samantha took matters into her own hands. She was able to find a way to create medicine to help her addiction symptoms. Although she was very vague on the details, she promised that she will tell you more when she can trust you. Finding this information is also what led her to move to Virginia. Apparently, this is one of the very few areas in the United States that all the needed ingredients can grow. Oh? So she...
I'm
oh.
so sorry. You've been through so much.
So she makes something here that can only be made in Virginia to help with it?
Losing someone to addiction isn't something I would wish on my worst enemy.
It is still the most difficult thing I have ever been through in my life. The past is the past, though. Nothing I can do to change it. What I can do is change the future.
Is that why you started creating your own medicine?
Yes, but I can't share it. If they find out, then they'll prosecute me for distribution of illegal drugs.
An awkward silence fills the room. You can tell this is a battle that Samantha has been fighting in her head for years. The reality is that anything that cuts into the profits of modern medicine will never be promoted or allowed to exist. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but this is like a very appropriate thing for right now specifically, because the amount of times I've heard of like there being alternative kind of medicines that kind of get like hushed because like it's not as profitable. It's like, ooh, that's really bad. That's kind of terrible. Again, I'm not sure how true most of it is, but like it's still something that's like becoming more and more prevalent as time goes on. Any threat will be outlawed or exterminated by the great forces of capitalism. It is crazy to play this right after Helena. Money over morals is a lesson learned through hard-earned experience, not just from her, but from many others like her.
Even if I cannot publish my discoveries, that doesn't stop me from being able to help people like you. I want you to have a sip of this, as long as you promise to keep this a secret between us.
Oh? Oh, it's a potion. Okay. She walks over and picks up a strange-looking green liquid in a small bottle that she had set down on a nearby table. You know, I think if an old lady offered me something in that shape of a bottle, I would just be like, oh, she is a witch, so I can trust this. It's about to be magical. As she presents it to you, it gives off an incredible aura. You can tell that it took a lot of effort to create.
Sure thing. I trust you, Samantha. I won't tell a soul.
You begin to drink some of the medicine. It tastes very strongly of earth. You can feel the many different herbal ingredients smoothly flow down your throat. Your body relaxes like it never has before. You begin to feel as if you are being pulled into a dream which becomes more and more vivid with each passing moment. Oh? So maybe this wasn't a good idea to trust her. Maybe it wasn't. Never mind. I might be backtracking what I just said. Where the freak did she send us? Narnia? What the freak? Okay. I mean, to be fair, the whole thing with like the werewolf and like her being purple in the beginning and in the logo, I guess maybe that's like it's like sending us to like an alternate world and stuff, and maybe Samantha's the person who starts that. Jesus, that woman is tiny. I think she, I mean, like, I kind of got the vibe she was small, but, like, you are right. Like, in, like, that animation, was like, oh my gosh, she is itty bitty right now. Oh, which, hey, that's just gonna make it when we eventually have to fight a werewolf seem like way more, like, bad, you know? It seems you're in a cave of some sort. Wait, you open your eyes and are suddenly blinded with an incredibly powerful light. It seems you are in a cave of some sort, filled with crystals illuminating it. Seeing out of the exit hole is impossible, but you can hear the rain coming down outside. But we just got out of the rain.
Where am I? What is this place?
Oh, it's so pretty in here, though. I mean, I'm down to stay. I'm down to stay in here. As you turn around, you see the body of water is even greater behind you. This place gives off a mysterious aura. It is hard to describe exactly. Oh my gosh, the cave is aura maxing. It feels almost as if you're being watched by a higher being of some sort.
It's really hard to tell if this is just a crazy dream or if this is really happening. Either way, I need to get out of here. This place kind of gives me the creeps.
Oh, hello, floating sky islands. How's it going up there? After exiting the cave, you see a long path going into some mountains covered with forestry.
What is going on? This can't be real.
The rain is even colder in this place than the forest you woke up in before heading to Samantha's. Although that world seems like a faraway place from wherever you find yourself now, rocks float in midair above you as if held up by some supernatural magical force. With no other options, you follow the path into the mountains. You enter the dark forest and attempt to take cover under a tree to stay out of the rain. The thought of being stuck here forever begins to cross your mind. Normally you could find some shelter somewhere in a rainstorm like this, but not now. Also, I'm just realizing I didn't make a save when we had the option to go through Samantha's stuff. Dang it. We'll go back. We'll go back. This place you have woken up in so far from reality, you don't know what to do. From your reality, you don't know what to do. All of a sudden, you freeze in position without even thinking. Something is surely watching you now. You can just feel it. You attempt to silence your panicked breathing and calm down. Whatever is close by should leave you alone if you don't alert it. And that's when it props up the option of alert it. Don't alert. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind, we alerted it. We alerted it. You know what? Mama didn't raise no bitch. We're throwing down. Fight! Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. The veins in your head begin to rush as blood starts flowing rapidly into your eyeballs. Every hair on your body stands up as it feels like your skin begins to peel off. Oh, Lord. The heat radiating from your skin surface like a star being born in the night sky. That is how I want to describe myself anytime I get into a fight from here on out. You know, the whole that never time that happens, you know. But if it ever happens in the future, that's how I want it to be described. Nothing is the same anymore. This is only the start. Oh, we're purple now. Let's go. Time freezes. Your body begins to float in the air. Pain, fear, anxiety, paranoia. These feelings are amplified beyond the maximum of which you thought possible. However, as you realize this, your feelings are quickly replaced by something greater, something bigger than yourself. They are no longer trapped inside of your head. They're being channeled throughout your entire body. You are tired of being the victim, tired of not being in control. The feeling of despair begins to change into something else, something more useful. Anger, hatred. These feelings you have long suppressed begin to resurface. The power growing within you gives you the confidence to finally fight back.
I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Well, what are you waiting for? Come at me already.
Ooh. Okay, do I actually have to do something to fight? No, okay. Probably not. I was like, but when I got stuck on that page for a second, I was like, oh my gosh, do I need to input something? Am I actually throwing down right now? Responding to your taunt, the creature begins to attack. Also, oh my gosh, this wolf is jacked. Look at those freaking pecs and abs on him. Oh my gosh. You can tell there are no thoughts behind those eyes. It is acting on its nature. Just like you, it is controlled by the power it wields. it is inevitable that it will attack a greater power that threatens it. The creature's hind legs shove the earth, propelling it forward. It is as if you can see it moving in slow motion. Your perception has become inhuman. Judging by its speed, it is no match for you, merely a test to see your true capabilities. With this power, you can obliterate it without a second thought. Oh, let's go. As if by instinct, you begin to concentrate your energy. Your newfound power begins to flow through your body and into your hand. Almost as if opening a faucet connected to a massive body of water, you feel an almost unlimited supply attached to you. Whatever powers you are channeling is nothing compared to the greatness of its source. The creature approaches slowly but surely, violently running at you before you can release the attack. Little does it know that its fate has already been decided. You feel your veins begin to pulse, almost as if it's executing a pre-programmed command. It is not just the power you're channeling, but also the knowledge of how to use it. People when they go to Comic-Con. A black bullet flies out of your hand and cuts through the air at the speed of light. Even with your ability to see the events around you as if they are happening in slow motion, you can barely keep your eyes on this attack. It surges with power that seeks to destroy anything in its path. Ooh. The attack instantly tore through it with like a speeding bullet going through a paper target. The creature is frozen in place, unable to move a muscle. You can see the look of terror stuck on its face as if it realized this was the final moment it would be alive. Just as quickly as the battle started, it was over. Oh, dude, the edge right now. The edge. Taking a life with no remorse. This is not something you thought you would do, but something else seems to be influencing you. You aren't fully in control. Murder is all you can think about. The pain is overwhelming. You feel a new part of you deep inside awakening, a part that should have never been born. Many voices in your head hurl commands at you with one thing in common. Destruction. Use your overwhelming power. Use it to destroy the wrong things in the world. However, the voices begin to get quieter and quieter. The silence finally allows you to think again. Just as quickly as the creature was killed, it vanishes from this world. So many unexplainable things happening at such a rapid rate. Your negative thoughts begin to rush back into your brain, going back home to where they belong. As you look down, you can see that you are slowly transforming back into your original form. Is this sort of like getting peeled, kind of? Like it just like slowly like recedes away? How does it look when she's like transforming? You're right back where you started, in a forest, in the rain. All alone. Just as you always have been, with a feeling of dread and solitude overwhelming you. The darkness inside of you begins to vanish and is replaced by sorrow as your power fades away.
I can't do this anymore. I give up. Guess I'll be stuck in a goddamn forest for the rest of my life. In whatever fucked up world I've somehow ended up in.
That's when it just fades away and we just get bad ending. Oh? Current state numb. That's bad. I think we're supposed to be getting rid of the numbness. Suddenly you feel a mysterious energy surround you. Everything begins to fade away once again. Oh, I thought we were going to go back to Samantha. It seems your prayers have been answered. Although you have not returned to your home, but have been transported to an even more unexplainable place than you were before. You stand inside of a massive castle. Judging from the silence, it seems devoid of any people. However, everything is far too clean for it to be abandoned. So, where is everybody?
You are incredibly powerful, I must say.
Oh, Scream, hello. I also like her voice a lot, and her eyes. Her eyes are very pretty. You feel a ghost-like presence as they step out in front of you after watching you from behind. Usually you are really good at detecting people around you, but they completely took you by surprise. Something about them seems completely inhuman. You can't put a finger on what makes you feel this way. It's more of a gut feeling.
Just curious. What type of magic was that?
Magic? Is that what I was doing?
You don't know about magic? That must have been your awakening then.
They begin to look flustered and fall silent for a moment. You can tell they are processing a lot of different thoughts, deciding on the best course of action.
Firstly, my name is Kusuno Hime. I'm the goddess of vegetation and am responsible for governing all life on Earth.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm stupid. Question mark.
Secondly, you have a lot to catch up on. I'm going to guide you to my sacred library to do so.
Ooh. Ooh, hello, music. So far, every track we've listened to has been so good. Kusuno Hime walked through the hallway behind you into a large corridor. They walk in a hurry, although you don't see any reason you have to be in one. You're just happy you aren't getting attacked or rained on. At this point, you'll take what you can get. You aren't going to ask any questions. Kusuno Hime walks over to the desk on the right side of the room. They grab a book from inside one of its drawers and then walks over to you.
Looks like your spiritual energy is low. You do not have much time left to remain in this world.
Oh, Samantha made us drink ghosts. Okay.
Before you return to where you came from, I want you to absorb the knowledge of this book I wrote. It will teach you the basics and we can go from there.
Kusuno Hime uses some sort of magic, and the book began to emit a strange light. As you look into it, your vision fades away. You begin to have a flood of knowledge enter your brain. Oh, hello, pretty. When the world is first created, so is a place called the Spirit Realm. Although it exists in a separate dimension, it is connected to the life on its original planet. The gods and spirits of that world reside in the Spirit Realm, and they all govern all aspects of it. The Spirit Realm for Earth used to be vibrant and full of life. That was until the Void arrived. The Void arrived to Earth's Spirit Realm around 2 years ago, shrouding it in darkness. With its arrival, it brought an army of evil spirits with it, which waged war with the Divine. One by one, the gods of this world were captured and fed to the Void, being farmed for their spiritual energy. The only god who survived was Kusuno Hime, who went into hiding and assumed the role of the gods in their absence. I know that farmed isn't meant to be being used this way, but all I can think about, I mean, it's technically the same context of, like, people, like, talking about, like, video games and stuff like that. Like, literally last night at D&D, me and my friends were talking about, like, how, like, the goal of Minecraft is inevitably to, like, just have everything automated for you through, like, farms and stuff like that. It's like, as soon as, like, it said, like, being farmed for their spiritual energy, I just imagined, like, a Minecraft contraption doing that with ghosts. I was like, no, take it more seriously than that, please. The Void is an evil spirit that has the power to travel to different spirit realms and consume that world's spiritual energy. Once it consumes enough energy in that planet's spirit realm, it then transports itself to the real world. This requires an incredible amount of energy and takes many years to do so. But once it happens, all life is instantly consumed. Oh. Once it sucks a planet dry, it moves on to the next in an endless cycle. The Void here on Earth is nearing completion, meaning that unless it is defeated, it will destroy all life on Earth in approximately we only have 6 weeks? No planet that has ever been infected with the Void has survived or been able to destroy it. Okay.
As you can see, things are not looking good at all. But not all hope is lost.
I was about to say, I'm used to, like, visual novels, like, stories, like, taking place over the span of, like, months and months and stuff. But then I also flash back to Fate Stay Night. I'm like, that's 2 weeks. So I guess a lot can happen in that time.
I've been hiding in this underground secret base to analyze the Void and may have found a weak point. If I can train you to use your power to its fullest capabilities, then it should be possible to take it out.
Why me? You seem like a pretty capable magic user yourself.
The truth is, I can't use any combat magic. My specialty is in other areas.
Hang on. I'm gonna turn the music down just a touch more. Just because the chanting in the background is kind of loud. There we go.
I don't think it makes me any less of a magician. I'm not insecure about it at all.
No, that's why you had to point it out, because that's what the secure people do. Kusuno looks very nervous for some reason. Probably best not to push the issue.
You are the only one left who can fight it. All the other spirits and gods who have tried have been consumed by the void.
How about I tap out of this one? How about we have someone else do it instead? I don't feel very confident after that.
So I should return here to train whenever I get the chance.
Okay, well, hang on. Hang on, no. It should not be, you know, if I have, like, a free time, like, on like, Thursday evening, how about we do that, you know? Like, it should be like a, oh, so I should come here as much as possible and train constantly? Is that what I should be doing right now? Yes, that is what I should be doing.
Give yourself time to recover.
Oh,
Being
well.
in this place as a human takes a toll on your body.
Never mind, I was shut down instantly. My bad. Sorry, you're so right.
If you want to maximize your training, come back once a week. At least in terms of time on your planet.
As Kusuno says this, you notice parts of your body are starting to fade away.
Looks like your time here is up. Return in 1 week's time and we will begin our training.
The amount of times I've questioned something in a scene only for, like, the little next line of dialogue to be like, this is why this thing is happening. It's just, I just need to learn to start trusting the writers to know what they're doing instead of being like, wait, what? Do you want to save? Oh. Yeah. I suppose. I feel like a visual novel's like never asked me that before. Monday, August 26th, 2004. Oh. This game took place in ancient times. As you awaken, your body feels like you ran a marathon in your sleep. Your head is pounding and your body is very slow to respond. The clock on the wall above you shows it is 8 in the morning. You must have slept here all night. You remember your incredibly strange dream. Or was it a dream? Well, it had to be, right? Ancient times! You know, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I'm sitting here streaming, I do forget that I'm streaming and not just recording, because I do, depending on like the time of year, I'm either recording more or streaming more. And that was definitely a moment of like, I kind of thought I was just like sitting here by myself reading a visual novel. I had like looked over at the chats or checked on how anything's doing for a little while. So after I had said that, like, not a thought in my head. That was just genuinely just like a flow of consciousness that came out of me. And then I see the chat pop of that, and it's like, that made it so funny because I forgot that other people were watching right now. I thought I was alone. Oh, but listen, it's not an insult because I was born a few years before that. So yeah, ancient times. You know, only a few years after people stopped writing dinosaurs to school, back when like the world first started finally getting like color, you know, things were just like black and white, you know, ancient times. I feel old. Hey, listen, I'm right there with you. Oh my gosh, especially because my birthday's coming up. My birthday's like less than 2 months away. Ugh. I can feel like my bones cracking already. I'm one fall away from needing a new hip. Oh my gosh. It sure is nice to wake up somewhere that isn't the ground. The pillows make it feel like you are floating in midair. You cannot stay here forever, though. Your destiny awaits you. Objects at rest tend to stay at rest. The only way to change that is an outside force. You push yourself up and get your day started. To be fair, anytime anything reminds me of how long ago something came out or something was released, it makes me feel so old, actually. Like, specifically, like, terms of Pokemon, because, like, that's, like, the things I know the best. Like, people will be like, oh, dude, Sword and Shield was, like, 6 years ago. And I'm like, 6 years ago? That's when I was in college. I was in college 6 years ago. What are you talking about? You wander into the living room, still foggy in the head from a very rough night. The lines between dreams and reality are barely real at this point. It feels like I'm floating around and watching myself from a third-person perspective.
Good morning, little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, hey, so, like, what did you give to me? Listen, I know my name's stupid, but please don't treat me like I am. Samantha walked up behind you without your notice, causing you to jump back in surprise. Your sleepy thoughts got in the way of your senses.
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to startle you. I was just checking up on you is all.
It's okay. I have just been really jumpy lately. It's not your fault.
Looks like the remedy had a very strong effect on you. Your side effects are a lot worse than mine were.
Side effects? What are the side effects?
You turned purple and started shooting lasers all over the place, and you teleported away for a little while.
Well, the normal ones are minor muscle fatigue and drowsiness, but instead it knocked you out.
Oh, okay, the normal things.
I had the strangest dream ever. Must have been the medicine at work then.
Hopefully, since the side effects were stronger, the medicine will be stronger as well. You will still have cravings, but they will go away as long as you take a dose once a week and stay off the pills.
Okay, I can do that. You nod in yeah, I say that as if addiction isn't one of the hardest things to get over. You nod your head in agreement to stay off the pills, but something still seems wrong. Feels like you're forgetting something important.
Oh shit! Today is my first day at work. I totally forgot. I gotta go. My shift starts in an hour, but if I run, I should be able to make it.
Oh no! Hurry up and get out of here then. Come back sometime next week for another dose.
Okay, I will. You're so sweet. Well, you know, that's convenient that we need to take the dose once a week for our training. But she's so sweet. I'm glad that we at least get to see her once a week, too. You give her a thumbs up and then rush out of the house. Samantha waves goodbye out of her front window. She remains very friendly towards you, even with her very odd behavior. It seems she really does understand the pain you are going through, at least to an extent. You make a mental note to come back to her house next week. That's cute. That's cute. You're able to quickly run through the outskirts of town and into the city. Also, the city looks rad. Is this what Virginia looks like? I'm not gonna lie. I always thought Virginia was one of the more boring-looking states in the U.S. Although your body is in immense pain, you push through to make it on time to the coffee shop. You were in shock and even got hired in the first place, given your horrific resume and lack of any good reference. The pay is good enough to pay your apartment's rent, and you even make tips on top of that. If it wasn't for this job, you are most likely going to get evicted soon. Richmond might look like that downtown. How about we just look that up? Downtown. Not Downton Abbey. Nope, nope, nope. Downtown Richmond, Virginia. Oh, wait, yo. This city's rad. Hang on. I'm going to go ahead and pull this right on over here. And then go Laglace. There. Oh, wait. Actually, have to make it visible. There we go. This place is so freaking cool looking. Like, look at this. This feels like something out of like a fantasy or something. I don't know. This is rad. Okay, now I want to go. Now I want to go to Virginia. Thank you for, thank you, Social, for telling me about this, because now I have a place I want to go to. Look at this. It's mostly just because I really like trees and nature being integrated into cities. Because I feel like where I live simply doesn't have enough nature in it. But this is amazing. Anyways, I have 2 friends that live there. Well, tell them that they live in like the coolest place in the US. Because that looks like such an amazing place to live. You make it to the coffee shop. Wait, have you ever like been there and visited before? Have you ever like been to Richmond? Because I'm trying to think like other places in like the US that I want to visit that I haven't been to before. Now there's Richmond. Outside of that, Oregon. End of list. I think that might be the end of the list that I'm like actually like interested in visiting in the US. Psst. Wait. Anchorage, baby. Lol. I went there over 20 years ago to buy .hack cards. That's so specific. Why did you come all that way for .hack cards? Was it like a thing that wasn't around you? Hang on. I'm doing more research now. That Anchorage. Ooh. Hang on, no, not now. I don't. Oh, apparently the county of Anchorage closes at 8 a.m. Is closed right now, and it opens at 8 a.m. Sorry. Hang on. Anchorage, Alaska. Okay, well that just pulled up a map. Okay, I'm just gonna look up Anchorage, Alaska. There we go. Oh, wait, hang on. Boop. Look at this place. What the freak? Why do I live in the most boring place? Like, I have mountains. And that's about it. Like, what the freak? But look at this place. Oh my god. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Look at this man. An evil and intimidating moose. Oh. This right here is exactly this, and Richmond are exactly the kind of places that I would want to live in. I think I might need to tell my family that I'm moving. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, this is just everything I want in a place. It's not even, it also has its own mountains because I really like the mountains. So like it generally like it's not it has everything. It has everything for me. I was living on Fort Lee, VA, and nothing around there at the time sold those cards, so we drove to Richmond. That's amazing. Hang on, how long of a drive is that? Anchorage, Alaska to Richmond, Virginia. How? Just a little bit of a drive. Wait, this can't... Oh, wait. Oh, I was living in Fort Lee. Oh, okay. My brain, like, completely, like, read what you were talking about. Okay. Yeah, I was like, okay, that makes so much more sense. Because I was looking at this, like, a 70-hour drive for some .hack cards. That's insane. But no, that's not what you're saying at all. Okay. Oh, that's so funny. Anyways. No, that makes a lot more sense as to why you would go there for some cards. Instead of driving 70 hours. Because as soon as like my brain interpreted like, because it kind of like took both the things you said and kind of like put them together. So I was like, oh, you lived in Alaska, on the Fort Lee in Virginia. That makes sense in my brain. But then as soon as you like said you like drove there, it's like, wait, those two places are like nowhere close to each other. What do you mean you drove there? Oh, that makes so much more sense. Although, if you did, I would have to respect the hustle. I'd respect the grind for it. But yeah, anyways, you make it to the coffee shop, appropriately named Coffee, with minutes to spare. Wait, hang on. For some reason, my stuff started recording. That's weird. Anyways. The shade from the tall buildings nearly provides some much-needed cooling. The summer heat is in full effect this time of year. Looking in the window, you see your reflection and are horrified. It looks like you were hit by a truck and fell in a puddle of mud. Oh, I'm sure we're fine. I'm sure we look amazing. You take a moment to fix your appearance up as best you can before walking in. Oh, this place is so cute. As you enter the shop, the strong smell of fresh coffee fills your nostrils. The coffee shop is full of many different kinds of people, young and old, wealthy and poor. This environment is much different than when you were here for your job interview during after hours. You see an employee walk up to you from behind the cash register. Hello! He approaches you with a friendly yet serious expression. You can tell he takes this job and this shop seriously, although you don't get a sense that he is a serious person at heart. Seems to be more of a trait inherited by circumstance rather than something that comes natural to him. Outside of his interesting personality, he is also pretty nice to look at. Heck yeah, he is. Maybe that is why you're thinking about him so much.
I just wanted to let you know that this is a safe space.
Oh? Well, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thanks. You look around for a moment and notice a number of homeless people with small cups of coffee. Oh. He thought we were homeless. It seems like this place acts as a sort of safe haven for people that have fallen upon hard times. I mean, still thanks, though. I still really appreciate it. He must think you were coming here because you're one of them. Well, he isn't entirely wrong.
Sorry, I'm not homeless or anything. I'm actually a new employee. Today is my first day. I had a really rough night and had to run here to make it on time. But I am here and ready to work.
You know what? That shows gusto, though.
I apologize. It's just that, well, never mind, actually.
He's trying to say that we don't take care of ourselves. That's what he's
My
trying to
name's
say.
Xavier. I actually was assigned to help you with your training today.
Nice to meet you. You can call me Princess.
I don't... Does that work? Does that work? You just walk up to a guy you just met and you're like, huh, just call me Princess. Does that ever work for people? Hang on. I mean, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it works for some people. I also need something to prop my mic up just a little bit more. There we go. That should sound 2.5% better. Ha, she isn't even using stupid. I know. She has this weird thing about not liking the game. I mean, yeah, turns out she actually hates the game she's in right now. Sorry. Turns out she has this weird thing about hating the name she was given at birth. I don't know why. I think being called stupid your entire life is great for your self-esteem. You can tell this catches him off guard for a moment. It's clear that he's trying not to laugh in order to appear professional. It's also clear that he isn't doing a very good job of doing so. He begins to walk towards you with a newfound perception.
Princess? Really? How did you end up with a name like that?
Let's just say it's a nickname that was earned, not given. Ever since I was a kid, people have told me I'm really high maintenance, so they started calling me Princess.
The moment... That was a bad voice crack, dear lord. What am I, like 12 again? Jeez. Okay. The moment someone calls themselves high maintenance, is that a red flag? I don't know. That's always come off as a little bit of a red flag to me, like when someone's like, oh yeah, no, I am very high maintenance. I need constant attention. I need like the princess treatment. It's like, Like whenever anyone says it, I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that.
I'm not really a big fan of my birth name anyway, so it was bound to stick.
Just start using your name. Me and Social and I put so much hard work into your name. Well, at least they are self-awareness enough to be honest about it. That is true. I think I would be a lot more okay with a lot of bad traits people have if they were at least well, I don't know if that's even true. Because I respect and I'm glad that people are self-aware of it. But if they're aware of it and they don't fix their problems, then it's like... Or if they see their attitude as, I guess, it sort of depends if they see their attitude as a bad thing. Like, if she doesn't see being high maintenance as a bad thing, then there's really no reason for her to change that, essentially. But it's good that she's self-aware of it as a, yeah, I guess I think that makes sense. No work, 0. I mean, hey, it wasn't even the first thing we landed on. That's how much hard work we put into it. It wasn't even our first choice. So we thought long and hard about it.
Don't worry, I will be a low-maintenance employee and save my princess-like behavior for outside of work.
Oh, I wasn't worried. You can be as much of a princess as you want as long as you do your job well. That reminds me, you should meet with Cassandra in the staff room. I'll show you where it is.
Oh, she looks happy and very awake and here mentally. As you walk into the staff room, you immediately see a woman named Cassandra sitting at a table half asleep. It seems like you aren't the only sleep-deprived person in this coffee shop. She is completely unaware of your entrance, but she also kind of looks at peace that way.
She has a bad habit of dozing off whenever she is on break in here. Don't hold it against her. And don't try to talk to her before her alarm goes off. Just trust me on that one.
Xavier has a fearful look on his face and makes no attempt to bother his manager during her break. Seems like he probably has experience trying to get her to wake up forcibly in the past. Judging from how he is acting right now, it is safe to assume that it did not go well at all. Hang on. Oh wait, her eyes are
Alrighty.
gorgeous.
Time for me to get moving.
Listen, I think that that's an inappropriate emote to use here. I think Ari would be very proud of our name. The girl suddenly jolts awake after a few seconds for her alarm going off. Her energy is unmatched. No wonder she is in place of this. Is the manager of this place. You are conflicted. On one hand, it is rather responsible for her to set an alarm before dozing off. On the other, it seems unprofessional to sleep at work, especially as the manager. Maybe. Well, I mean, hey, as long as you have a little bit of doubt that she that they will. Dear Lord, this is why I could never be a voice actor. This is why she's on break. Fuck that. No. For sure. Hey, well, you know, she's doing what she's got to do. I think that her break just ended though. What was I even saying? Oh, I was saying this is one of the reasons I had to stop doing my creepypasta reading channel, is because the amount of time it would take to edit those videos, simply because I would fumble and stumble and mumble over my words so often. It was like, it'd be like the story should have only taken like 10 minutes to read. I would turn it into 45 minutes. It was awful. But hey, again, I think her break's over, so she can pay attention to us now. You're conflicted on one hand. It is rather responsible of her to set an alarm before dozing off. On the other, it seems unprofessional. Oh, wait. You were saying that about it seems unprofessional to sleep at work. That's what you were responding to. Never mind. Yeah, no, I fully agree. Yeah, screw that. Especially as the manager. Although her first impression wasn't the greatest, she is defying my preconceived notions of her. Editing videos sucks. I wish I could just record and have them ready to go. Oh my gosh, can I also... I need to rant to y'all about something really quick, because this talk of editing just reminded me of it. So, I've talked about this a few times, but I've been recording a lot of stuff and building up a big back catalog of stuff to go up on the Let's Play channel, just so I can, like, release it at a consistent rate without having to constantly be, like, recording stuff, essentially. And I had all of my audio being recorded on separate tracks on OBS. This means that, like, because if you don't separate the audio tracks, it'll be like your voice, your the video, like the game you're playing or what you're reacting to, yada yada, all that stuff will be like on one track. So there's not really much you can do with it unless you've already like pre-balanced it before. And so I changed it. I changed all my settings to have it be recording on 3 separate tracks. So I'd have like the gameplay as one audio file, the audio, my voice audio as a different file, and like any other sound effects I needed as a different like audio file. And things are going great. That made editing videos 1,000 times easier. There's so much more I can do with the footage because I have more control over, like, again, like when things are happening, when things are not happening in terms of like audio. And then apparently at some point, my settings reset. So all of my stuff started recording on one audio track again. And so I went through today while I was getting things set up, because I only found about it today because I was like pulling stuff up, making sure they all worked. I only found out about it today, and I have about 50 hours of game footage, like of like Let's Plays and stuff, that suck now, because all the audio is recorded on one track now, and it sounds awful. It sounds like the worst thing ever. because it's not balanced in the slightest. So it'll be like me talking, and then the game will be like at the same volume I'm talking at. So me and the game are like fighting for like to see who's talking over the other. It's like it's the worst thing. It's the worst thing. Thankfully, I have all the audio, like my voice, I still record separately on Audacity even while I'm recording on OBS, just in case anything happens, because I don't trust OBS as a program. It just doesn't work well enough and consistently enough for me to be okay with that. So I've always recorded a separate audio track on Audacity. So at least I have that. All it means is that it's going to take a lot of effort for there to be audio of the game in all those Let's Play episodes. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really, really looking forward to that. Yay. It was a very fun surprise when I found it. But yeah, no. Editing sucks. I think it's fun when, to an extent, like, sorry to go on this big rant right now. I think it is fun. Also, is OBS not picking up the audio of the game right now? Hang on. There we go. That should be better. There we go. But like I think when I get to like the final stages, like when I get to the last stage of editing for me, like of the big videos I've been working on, where it's like doing all like the pacing of stuff and like all the extra edits of like here's like these sound effects, here's like these visual effects, all like here again like pacing, timing, zooms, all that stuff, that can be enjoyable at first. But then once I've been working on one video for about 50 hours, I'm like, I want this to be over. This isn't worth it. This isn't worth it. And then I push it through for the last like 10, 15 hours to finish it. And then I go, it's done. It's over. I don't need to worry about it anymore. Yeah, the social media campaign has been a ton of video editing. I both enjoy and hate it, lol. No, that's the thing. When like things, because I completely and totally agree with you. It is a love-hate relationship, because when things just like work in the recording process and the editing process actually like working, it is a lot of fun. Like the Spider-Man video that I have like ready to go, I had a lot of fun making that. The Silent Hill video that I have ready to go, I hated making. It was like the worst thing ever. But it's kind of like because of like the creativity I had of like none of the things I wanted to do with it like were working out. The things I did want to do were taking a lot more time and effort than I thought they were going to, which just turned like this video that shouldn't have taken as long as it did to like take. It was so long. It was so long. Whereas the Spider-Man video, like yeah, it took a lot of effort and time, but I was enjoying making it. So it is give and take. Also, I do like making shorts. The shorts were fun to make, but those have been taking a backseat for the past, like, I don't know, like year and a half. So whatever. But I also did notice that the amount of like shorts and like stuff that you've been putting up has been crazy. Are you like on like one new short every day kind of thing right now? Because it feels like that's how many are going up, which is crazy. But anyways, on my end, the editing rant over. I just need to get it off my chest, because that's something that happened today. Like with all the things that were already going on, I saw that and realized how much more work all of these things are going to take, and it felt like just a bullet straight to my motivation. It was like, oh, is any of this even worth it anymore? Because the amount of series that got affected by it was half of my Honkai Star Rail thing. So about 15 hours of Honkai Star Rail playthroughs, I'm just removing all of the game footage from, because the way that the videos are panning out or the game audio from, because it just doesn't work. It's just not working out. Then my Silent Hill 3 playthrough, I can salvage by just recording audio from like the cutscenes and stuff that are already on YouTube, because it's a lot shorter, so that's a lot more manageable. It's affected about 20 hours of Elden Ring playthrough, and it's affected me starting Hollow Knight. And there was one, and I also played the second Demon Slayer game, so it's like 5 different playthroughs are all horribly affected by this. So it's like, ugh, I love it. Every other day, yeah, that's crazy. But hey, hopefully it's all working out there, because that's a good amount of work, and the shorts have been a lot of fun to watch. So I've been